Ever pondered why sex is so pleasurable or why males have nipples? Prepare for a mind-blowing journey through the world of sex facts. From the curious to the downright bizarre, we're about to explore the hidden secrets of human sexuality. So, are you ready to dive into the world of surprising sex facts? Did you know that the clitoris, the primary source of female sexual pleasure, has over 8,000 nerve endings? That's double the number in the penis. Let's dive a bit deeper into this fascinating fact. The clitoris is a small, sensitive organ located at the top of the vulva, just above the urethra and the vaginal opening. Its visible part is often referred to as the glans, but the majority of the clitoris is actually internal, extending back into the body in two legs that are each about 4 inches long. This powerhouse of pleasure is densely packed with nerve endings, over 8,000 of them to be precise. To put that into perspective, that's twice the number found in the penis, which is generally considered to be the main source of male sexual pleasure. Now, let's talk about sensitivity. The clitoris is incredibly sensitive, so sensitive in fact that direct stimulation can sometimes feel too intense. This is because the nerve endings in the clitoris are so densely packed together. They are constantly sending signals to the brain, which interprets these signals as pleasurable sensations. In contrast, the nerve endings in the penis are more spread out. While this means that the penis is less sensitive than the clitoris, it also means that men may be able to enjoy a wider range of sensations during sex, as the nerves are stimulated in different ways. However, it's important to remember that everyone's sexual experiences and preferences are unique. Some people may find that they prefer more direct clitoral stimulation, while others may prefer more indirect methods. The same goes for penis owners. What matters most is what feels best for you and your partner. So ladies, that's one big reason why you might find sex more pleasurable. Ever wondered why men have nipples even though they don't breastfeed babies? Well, the answer lies in the fascinating process of embryonic development. You see, when a human embryo is in its earliest stages, it follows a kind of generic blueprint, one that's not yet specific to either male or female. It's like the embryo is an artist's sketch with the basic lines in place, but the final details yet to be added. So, during these early stages, certain features develop that are common to both sexes. One of these is a pair of mammary ridges, or what we commonly call nipples. They form long before the sex of the embryo is determined, and once they're there to stay. It's only later in the pregnancy, around the 6th or 7th week, when the sex genes kick in. If the embryo is female, the estrogen will trigger the development of the milk duct system. But in males, without the same levels of estrogen, this system doesn't fully develop. However, the nipples, already formed, don't disappear. In a way, you could say that all embryos start off as female, or rather, they start off with the potential to develop in either direction, male or female, before their genetic destiny is realized. And that's why men have nipples, because they were part of the original blueprint. Now, you may wonder why evolution hasn't weeded out male nipples, seeing as they don't serve a clear purpose. But the fact is they don't cause any harm either. Evolution tends to act on traits that affect our survival or reproduction, and male nipples don't really factor into either. So, they've stuck around, a testament to our shared origins in the womb. So men, now you know why you've got those nipples. The female orgasm, a mystery to some, a joy to others. Did you know it can help with conception? The female orgasm, a source of pleasure, and for some, a conundrum wrapped in an enigma. It's an experience that has been studied, discussed, and dissected in countless ways. But did you know that this peak of pleasure might also have a functional role in conception? There's a theory that's been floating around in scientific circles called upsuck, or the upsuck theory. Now, before your mind wanders too far into the gutter, allow me to explain. The term upsuck refers to the idea that the contractions that occur during a female orgasm can help pull sperm further into the uterus. This, in turn, could potentially increase the chances of conception. Now, you might be wondering, how does this work? After all, the journey of the sperm is a long and arduous one. Well, during an orgasm, the cervix dips into the pool of semen that's been deposited in the vagina, essentially sucking up the sperm. This action, coupled with the contractions of an orgasm, could potentially aid in the transportation of the sperm towards the awaiting egg. But hold on, let's not jump to conclusions just yet. It's important to note that this theory is still just that, a theory. The scientific community is yet to reach a consensus on whether the female orgasm truly aids in conception, or if it's simply a happy bonus of sexual activity. However, the possibility of the female orgasm having a function beyond pleasure adds another layer of intrigue to an already fascinating subject. It's a reminder that there's still so much to learn and discover about human sexuality, about our bodies, and about the complex interplay of pleasure, biology, and reproduction. So orgasms are not only pleasurable but might also be functional. This adds a whole new dimension to our understanding of the female orgasm, doesn't it? Keep in mind, though, regardless of its potential functionality, the female orgasm is above all about pleasure and enjoyment. So, here's to the joy of discovery and the pleasure of understanding. Bonobos, our primate cousins, have sex not just for reproduction but also to resolve conflicts and strengthen social bonds. A fascinating fact, isn't it? Now, let's delve a bit deeper into this intriguing aspect of their behavior, which makes them unique in the animal kingdom. Bonobos are known for their peace-loving nature, and a significant part of this tranquility is attributed to their sexual behavior. Unlike most species where sex is primarily for reproduction, bonobos use it as a social tool. It's their way of shaking hands, saying sorry, and even celebrating good news. Truly, their sexual behavior is as complex as it is surprising. In bonobo society, sex is not a privilege of the few or the strong. It's not restricted by age or gender. It's a shared resource, a communal activity that fosters unity and cooperation. Such a perspective on sexuality is as rare as it is intriguing. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Bonobos are considered our closest living relatives, sharing around 98.7% of our DNA, so their unique sexual behavior naturally piques our interest. Could this tell us something about our own sexual nature? It's tempting to draw parallels, to see in bonobos a mirror of our own potential for sexual freedom and harmony. However, the reality might be more complex. After all, we're products of our unique evolutionary paths influenced by myriad factors that shape our behavior. But perhaps the bonobos do offer us a fresh perspective, a chance to question and explore our own sexual norms and ideologies. In the end, the curious case of bonobos reminds us that sex, in the animal kingdom and by extension in our own lives, is not just about reproduction. It's a multifaceted phenomenon, a tool for conflict resolution, a means of strengthening social bonds, and even a pathway to peace. So sex is not just about reproduction, but it can also be about peace and harmony. So, we've traversed the fascinating world of sex facts. Let's recap. We began our exploration with the provocative question that stirs curiosity in all of us. We discovered that the pleasure principle is not just about instant gratification. It's a deep-seated biological imperative that helps ensure our species' survival. Every moan, every gasp, every shiver of delight is a testament to the intricate dance of hormones and neural connections that make up the human sexual response. Next, we delved into the enigma of human sexuality. We learned that it's not just about reproduction, but also about bonding, communication, and mutual pleasure. We uncovered the mysteries of the female orgasm, a phenomenon that has puzzled scientists for centuries. Despite its elusive nature, we found that it plays a crucial role in fostering intimacy and promoting overall well-being. Then, we ventured into the wild world of bonobos, our closest primate relatives. We learned how these fascinating creatures use sex not just for reproduction, but for conflict resolution, social bonding, and even stress relief. Their unique sexual behaviors offer a fresh perspective on our own sexuality, reminding us that it's a complex and multifaceted aspect of our lives. So what can we take away from all this? Sex isn't just about procreation, it's a vital part of our identity, our relationships, and our happiness. It's a world full of mysteries, enigmas, and delightful surprises. The more we learn about it, the more we can appreciate its complexities and nuances. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding our sexuality can lead to healthier, more satisfying sex lives. Until next time, keep exploring!